Didn't I tell you to leave Tempo to me?
Hey, it's a welcome distraction, and I'm okay, really. How are you?
I'm good. What's this I hear about the cops dropping by here?
Yeah, with search warrants, just like on TV. I think it's McLean's diligence personified.
He's probably bucking for Jack's job. Did they find anything?
Listen, Belinda's handling everything, so don't worry about it. How's Dimitri?
He's being Dimitri. He wants your story in Tempo. He wants to book you on the cutting edge.
Yeah, that would be all I need.
Mm-hmm. Well, Dimitri's a man of action. You know, I told him, but he's a man of any action.
Listen, I know he wants to help me, but...
It's a big but where Dimitri's concerned.
The gang's all here.
Hey.
Trevor, hi.
That was my favorite client. You look pretty good considering what you've been through. So do you.
Thank you. Any news on Thomason?
I talked to my guys in New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. He's fallen through a lot of cracks, but he didn't fall far enough.
I was hoping on hell, but what do you got?
We're working on that porno thing. We've located some of the girls he's photographed.
Did you talk to any of them?
No. They're skittish, but we're working on it.
Well, they're lucky. Thomason can't do to them what he did to Judy Morton.
Yeah, if I had known what Thompson was up to, I would have been up for murder one myself.
I hear you.
Anything else?
Took some photographs of the aqueduct.
Pardon me if I don't order prints.
I hear you. Any word from Belinda?
No, not yet. She said she'd get a hold of us after she talked to the judge.
What's up?
We want Brooke's confession, deep sixth. Listen, I told Tink I'd give her a call as soon as I got in. Can I call the hospital?
Sure.
Mateo's been released. They're at Wildwin.
Why are they there? What's wrong?
No, nothing. They just need more time to adjust.
So Thomason was busted 3 times in Jersey, twice in New York.
But no convictions. I checked earlier.
The arrest didn't stick. Slime is slippery.
So what have we got exactly? Just hearsay?
Well, we got to start. We're going to work on this pornography thing, talk to the girls. I think the jury will be swayed by Jim's porno past.
But is it admissible?
Well, she was not the one on trial. That's my honor.
Look, if they're going for murder one, they got to prove motive. They're going to say that Brooke went after Thomason on account of Laura. That's our opening.
I can come back. Oh, no, come in.
No, listen, I should have been home 15 minutes ago. Keep me posted. Good to see you, Janet.
You too. So, what can I do for you?
Nothing. I came to see what I could do for you. Being accused can be scary and lonely. So for what it's worth, you have my support.
It's worth a lot. Thank you.
I had no idea that Jim was responsible for those photographs of Laura. If I had, I don't know what I would have done. He's lower than low.
6 feet under and not low enough.
Trevor, you know, you've got so much on your plate now. I think maybe we should postpone the wedding.
Wedding? What's this?
I'm remarrying my ex-husband, Axel Green.
Really?
Yes, and Trevor and Amanda and Tim are throwing me a wonderful wedding. But timing being what it is.
Don't I have a say here?
Sure, I just thought that...
Well, don't think about it. I'll decide what I can and cannot do, okay?
But...
Would you do us a little favor and maybe go get a cup of coffee while we finish what we were talking about? Just take a couple of minutes, really, okay?
Sure.
The coffee's right down the hall. It's the first door on your right.
I'll be right back.
What is this? What is this? You're planning a wedding for Janet to marry somebody else?
More or less, yeah. Maybe less than more. You really want to hear the real deal?
Oh, you brought such a smile to these lips. Thank you. You're impossible, you know that, and you're so wonderful, and I wish you nothing but happiness. Nothing.
I got you, babe, but we can put Operation Bag the Babe on hold until after this case is over,
You
okay?
must be kidding, all right? You better go ahead with this wedding, because if you don't, you and Belinda are off the case, and what a shame that would be, because you are the best in town.
Told you.
Should I wait outside?
No. I think we're clear on everything. You know, Janet, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to say to you before, but congratulations. I'm so happy I can't wait for this wonderful day.
Brooke, but...
Hey, there's that word again. No buts, okay? The wedding is full speed ahead.
But the trial.
The trial is what's an iffy if we ever get to it, really.
You know, I would love to actually be thinking about something else. Could I start planning your bridal shower for you? I mean, may I?
Oh, you don't have to do that.
Oh, please. Please let me.
Hey, Brooke,
Well, there's so little
No,
time.
listen. It would help me take my mind off my problems. Really.
Brooke, you're the greatest, but we're traveling at warp speed here.
You know what? Then I have a great idea. I think that we should do a combo bachelorette, bridal shower, the night before the big event.
Perfecto mundo.
Swell. Okay. But if you find out that you need Trevor full time, I'll postpone the wedding, no problem.
Sit down, everyone. So what's this business about, Miss Keefer?
It's very simple, Your Honor. My client, Brooke English's so-called confession was obtained unlawfully and is therefore inadmissible.
So, you're not challenging the acceptability of the statement Miss English allegedly made at the scene?
That's correct, Your Honor. That statement was made prior to my client being in custody. The statement made at the police station is in question because my client was in custody at that time.
Well, Mr. McLean, I'm sure you have something to say in this matter.
Yes, Your Honor. Miss English's confession was in no way coerced or attained unlawfully. It was voluntary.
My client was never given her Miranda warnings, Your Honor.
You should brush up on your police procedural practices, Counselor. Your client was not under arrest yet. Consequently, there was no need to Mirandize.
Miss Keefer?
Your Honor, it's not necessary for a formal arrest to have taken place. It was enough that the suspect reasonably believed that she was not free to leave. In this case, the questioning took place in a very custodial setting, at the police station, behind closed doors, police all around her. Furthermore, probable cause to arrest existed. Therefore, Miranda warnings were required. Commonwealth versus Leno.
That's a stretch, Your Honor.
It's an elastic world, Counselor. I mean, let's take a look at the facts. The police arrive on the scene. My client makes a spontaneous statement. They have a gun. They have Jim Thomason's body on the floor. They had probable cause to arrest her at the scene.
But they didn't.
No! They asked her to come down to the police station and make a formal statement. Still no Miranda warning.
Your Honor, Miss English had 2 attorneys present during this statement, including Miss Keefer.
She could have had all 9 members of the Supreme Court present. It still would not change the fact that she reasonably believed that she was in custody, and therefore she required her rights to be read.
Your Honor, Miss English, against advice of counsel, knowingly and willingly rendered a complete confession.
That is true, Your Honor. My client was in shock. She was in no way emotionally prepared to make a statement.
But you advised her against it.
Yes, she was traumatized. She'd been taken to the police station, put behind closed doors, had a camera shoved in her face. She was essentially under arrest without being told that her statements could be held against her in a murder charge. Commonwealth versus Christopher.
Mr. McLean, why wasn't Miss English given her Miranda warning?
Well, because we weren't ready to charge Miss English.
No, you were just ready to violate her civil rights.
Miss Keefer? You believe that Miss English was the shooter. You had the weapon. And as I recall, a body containing several bullets, one in his back, correct?
Yes, but again, we were not ready to charge Miss English. We were looking into...
Your Honor, probable cause existed.
I'm awake, Miss Keefer. I got that part. Thank you.
Sorry.
Your Honor.
Now, that's enough. I think I've heard all I need to hear.
Still no word from the office.
Is that good news or bad?
Hey, we'll know soon enough. And thanks for playing along with this Janet thing, but this bachelorette shower thingy, you got more to worry about than that.
Well, and you don't? I bet you didn't even get measured for your tux, did you?
Holy smokes, I haven't even thought about that.
See? You should have hired me as your wedding coordinator's coordinator.
That's good. Keep that up, that laugh. I like that. That's good.
Yeah. All the way to jail.
I don't want to hear word one about that. Okay?
Hey, I have the best legal team around.
It's regrettable that Miss English acted impulsively and rendered a confession against her counsel's advice. I hope you'll be able to rein in your client in the future, Miss Keefer.
Yes, Your Honor.
However, Given the circumstances and the evidence at the scene, probable cause to arrest did exist.
Your Honor, Miss English had her attorneys present before she gave her statement.
Doesn't change the fact that she was in a custodial situation and the police failed to give her her Miranda rights. That makes her statement invalid. I'm throwing out the confession.
Thank you, Your Honor. In light of your decision, I move to dismiss this case.
What? You're asking for the charges to be dismissed?
Nothing wrong with your hearing.
But your client shot and killed a man in cold blood.
So you keep saying, but without that confession, I don't believe that there's anything...
Your Honor, we have means, motive, and opportunity. We have a dead body, we have a smoking gun, forensic evidence, and a statement made by Miss English at the scene of the crime saying, I did it. This is open and shut.
You didn't challenge that statement, Miss Keefer?
No, I did not, Your Honor. But there were conflicting statements made at the scene of the crime. Dimitri Merrick also made a statement claiming that he shot Jim Thomason. In addition, his fingerprints were found on the gun.
Are you suggesting that I prosecute Mr. Merrick as a suspect as well?
I am suggesting that you prosecute no one, especially my client.
Since mine is the only opinion that matters, would you care to hear it?
I don't want to alarm you, but this is pretty heavy stuff. Murder 1 carries a mandatory life sentence. End of conversation.
Well, you don't think that I'm actually going to be convicted, Trevor. I mean,
I'll work for you as hard as I can, I promise you that. But if it goes to trial, it's in 12 other people's hands.
Yeah, but leniency is...
And the judge can't do anything at that point.
Look, I'm not a cold-blooded killer. Jim was. I had to stop him because he was going after my son next, maybe even to kill him.
I know. I know. I just need you to know how dicey this can get. So you don't break down later on.
Excuse me. Brooke English.
How do you feel about frogs?
Tad.
None other. I'd be delighted to know that your son is contemplating bringing home an entire shoebox full of little green friends. And I'm not talking about Martians.
That's like something for a dad to do. So is he having a good time?
He and Junior is thick as thieves. He wants me to tell you that he loves you and that Junior says thank you for the present.
That's good news. How's Jamie's wrist?
It's getting stronger. And if I don't say so myself, he's got the niftiest cast this side of the Blue Ridge.
Great. Listen, tell Dixie hello for me and thanks, and I'll give her a call later this evening, all right?
Yeah, will do. You keep your chin up.
Listen, I thought you'd be home before now. Are you sure everything's okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. I have a heavy fog has got us socked in for the night, but other than that, everything is just ducky. Listen, I'll call you as soon as I get back into town. Bye.
Well?
Good news and bad news.
Good first.
The judge threw out your statement at the station.
Way to go, counselor.
That's great.
But the charges stand. We still need to contend with your preliminary hearing. I'm sorry, Brooke.
Oh, listen, don't be sorry. You have nothing to be sorry for. Imagine where I'd be if they could use that videotape confession.
Okay, so we're not popping the champagne corks just yet. They say we go for temporary insanity.
Are you crazy?
No, you are, Toots. Or you were.
Oh, Trevor, that's a hard sell. After all, Brooke called Jim to the gallery. Prosecution's going to say that she lured him there, then ambushed him. Sounds premeditated, not spontaneous.
Yeah, but what if when he got there, he did or said something that triggered Brooke? Like that crack about Jamie's cute little apple cheeks. That could set her off.
Listen to me. I want to say something here. I was not insane. I knew everything that was going on before, during, and after. I had to shoot him. Hard sell or not, Trevor, that is the truth.
Brooke, you just don't get it. Look, I hate to destroy your faith in the truth, but in this case, the truth ain't gonna set you free. The truth could put you behind bars for the rest of your life.